We got some more streamer news. I haven't talked about Jack Doherty in a while. So let's talk about how he's in denial that his career is over. Well, he hasn't popped up into my feed. That's not a good thing for him. If he was popular, he'd be popping up in my feed. Go ahead and like this video from A to Z at Tozy.
You better leave a comment.
Jack Doherty is the IRL streamer who can't stop destroying his own life, and at this point, nobody even feels bad for him as he's built an entire career off of harassing innocent people on the streets, then hiding behind his bodyguards, using his—
Yeah, and also I saw him go on George Janko's podcast and pretend that he was a Christian while doing all of this shit.
his bodyguards to sucker punch people who call him out and then exploit young women for his OF business. But I mean, it's safe to say things have gotten so much worse for Jack after his ex-girlfriend sat for 5 hours in 2 different interviews going through the extremely alarming reality of being in business with Jack. And this ranges from pressuring her into doing OF, to getting her hooked on stimulants, to literally putting her life at risk for content. And just when you think Jack would maybe, you know, take a step back, respond to it, maybe even lay low after dropping something like that, I guess he just decided to break into TwitchCon without a badge and harass other streamers, and even steal someone's microphone,
didn't know that.
then have a public meltdown afterwards.
Dude, how did I miss this when that happened? I guess so much Twitch drama came out, this one got muddied. Because who the fuck cares about Jack Doherty? This whole situation's fucking pathetic, man.
I don't know. The whole thing just doesn't make sense.
Nirvana looking ass. You. The face of that shirt looks like your face on your face. So stupid.
Oh, I know why he didn't. It didn't make the drama news, because he's not allowed to stream on Twitch. Only Twitch streamers were talked about. He's on Party.com, which I had never heard of until Johnny Somali.
You can't let me speak, you idiot. Go ahead. What can you speak?
Bro, why are you getting mad on the internet? Why are you getting mad on the internet? Stop getting mad on the internet.
On that one. You got
And all of that just happened in like the last 2 weeks. But I mean, overall, it's safe to say that Jack has had a rough couple of years. But considering his track record, we all know the worst thing that's ever going to happen to Jack is the next thing that's about to happen to him. Because somehow, things just keep getting worse. So, what happened?
As they do.
McKinley, who is Jack's ex-girlfriend, appeared on Camila Arroyo's podcast for a 2-part episode that spanned like 5 hours.
Woo!
Do I wish I could get those 5 hours back? Yes. So please drop a like on this video.
Dude, I'm so glad that he watched it, because I was not gonna watch that shit.
Because I don't know if my brain cells will ever recover. But in this podcast, they go through the entire story of the 2 years that her and Jack were together. From the moment they
Bro, I hope he was playing a video game or something while he was doing this, because, like, man, I could not stand listening to any podcast for 5 hours unless I was doing something.
met to their final days as a couple. Now, right from the start, McKinley paints this picture of herself as some innocent church girl from Georgia who got swept up into Jack's world without understanding what she was getting into.
She came in and she basically told me, hey, my friends from Florida are in LA. They were wondering if you would like to film a video. At the time, I didn't know who Jack was. I took that as an opportunity.
She looks like she's wearing a mask. That's how much makeup she has on. It's even a different color than the rest of her body. She needs to learn how to do makeup better. I'll stop insulting her, though.
I was like, you know what, like, I'll film a little
At least
video,
on that
like,
front.
sounds fun. At the time, I also didn't really understand the whole, like, only aspect of it. I assumed, you know, people have their content houses. That was something that was very popular at that time, especially. So I was assuming this is a group.
That was when it was falling off, actually, because I think when it was popular, it was around Jake Paul Team 10 days.
People, they're from Florida and they're having so much fun, like, as friends. They film videos together. That's their way of making their income. I realized that the way they did make their money was through OnlyFans, and that was something that I didn't judge them for. That was something I knew that I didn't want to do for myself. And like at that time, my parents, I'm from Georgia, very conservative. I grew up conservative. I grew up in church.
Yeah, okay. So, however, even though she can be considered a victim throughout this whole story, maybe
Yeah, I mean, she hopped on board for that cash, though.
even potentially Jack's biggest victim in recent time, it's important to emphasize 2 things. Number 1, she's been separated from Jack for months now, and if this lifestyle was really so morally conflicting for her, if she truly went against everything she believed.
Let me guess, she's still in that lifestyle.
in, you would think, you know, that she would step away from this life, maybe shut down the OF account. Then on
Yeah, but the money, Otozi.
top of that, she pretty much only surrounds herself publicly with other people in this industry. She went on dates with another streamer to promote her OF, and then I guess is like dropping these tell-all interviews on one of the biggest OF influencers podcast. So I don't know. I feel like it's kind of important to take all of this with a grain of salt. This very much so seems a little bit like a crabs in a bucket moment. Oh, and I almost forgot. One of the last times I covered Jack, I also covered how McKinley used, I guess, or she promoted her OF using kids on her Instagram and TikTok content.
That's
So,
fucked up.
Again, if this was so morally conflicting, why is she still doing this kind of stuff?
And dude, I've seen so many kids being fans of Jack Doherty and his whole crew. Like, absolutely disgusting. Why is this allowed? Who are these kids' parents letting them watch somebody who is basically a pimp? And by the way, that's not a compliment. Pimps are fucking evil and disgusting.
Would you rather have this girl or this Urus?
I'm taking that Eurus.
Urus?
Yep.
All right. Would you rather have this girl or this McLaren?
Clara.
McLaren? Oh, okay. All right. Well, sorry. All right. Would you rather have this girl or this blue Lambo?
Lambo.
Still?
Still.
Not good enough for you?
No.
Oh my gosh.
And then there was also that whole mess of making up stories about dating Mr. Beast for clout.
Who's the most famous person you've done it with?
I actually only have one body, and it was Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, he's like my only body, but I have herpes now.
Are you kidding me? He really unleashed the beast.
Yeah, he unleashed my beast.
There's just so much stuff that's just so unbelievably stupid and pathetic that has gone into her marketing and whole.
I'm not gay, but I have slept with one dude, and it was Mr. Beast. Yeah, that's right. And she is correct. After Mr. Beast, I got herpes too.
Content style. So again, this is why I just take everything with a grain of salt from all these people, because so much of the stuff they do is just outright disgusting. And I guess you could argue that a lot of that was recorded while she was being managed by Jack's OF management company, but still, at the end of the day, she was the one who sat there and recorded. So again, nobody is completely innocent here, but even with all that said, it doesn't mean that what she revealed isn't worth analyzing, because honestly, most of it is pretty disturbing, and a lot of it lines up with what people have been speculating about Jack for years. So, the interview kicks off with McKinley talking about how she met Jack, and what their relationship was like in the beginning, and pretty quickly we start noticing a pattern. She keeps circling back to this idea that Jack made her feel special and cared for her, but then, in the same breath,
When I came back from Vegas, why I kept giving him chance after chance, even though I was kind of seeing things that were crossing, boundaries that I would have never let happen in a normal relationship. But again, this is not normal because he was, so involved with social media, and that was something that I actually...
Hey, it was basically your boss. Yeah, it was a power play. Yep, 1000%. I'm on board with that.
looked up to. He was providing an illusion that he cared for me and that he was a genuine caring person that,
Well, I mean, that's what pimps do.
one of the best for me. He was also providing me a
Did he make you call him daddy also?
life that I had never had seen before. In Miami, I'm 20 years old. I had never been to a bar or a club or like seeing these boats. Like, it was something that was so new to me, and it was exciting in itself. Even without a boyfriend or whatever, that was an exciting moment.
yeah, she admitted the main reason she tolerated his behavior wasn't necessarily the love or loyalty. She says even though she did fall in love with Jack at first for the illusion of the nice guy that he was providing, the main reason she always kept coming back was the lifestyle. Now, this is where things get sketchy, because according to McKinley, every girl in that house is locked into an ironclad NDA, and these basically forbid them from discussing their financial arrangements with Jack. She says that Jack takes a significant portion of the...
I'm never gonna sign an NDA. That ain't fucking happening, ever. If there is like a giant contract that I'm gonna get with like Disney or something, which fucking... Good luck with that. Good luck with that, Disney, if that ever happens. I'm not signing no NDA. I will throw it all away. I don't give a shit, man. I'm already basically sleeping in the dirt. Like, it doesn't get more bottom than this.
their OF earnings, but nobody can actually say how much because that would be breaking the agreements. And if you break those agreements, that could mean lawsuits.
A few weeks pass. I'm still doing my things. I'm getting sent, clothes, and I'm modeling the clothes, and I'm doing brand deals. I remember one of the girls had a conversation with him and just said, "What value does she bring to you? Like, she brings no value. She makes you no money." She was like, "All she does is take selfies, and she's around the house, and she does this. She's unemployed. She doesn't do anything. She doesn't make you any money." That's when I started piecing together that they make money from OnlyFans, but he also takes a large chunk. And I never knew what chunk of
because he's the pimp. Yeah.
money was taken because he has everyone on NDAs. They were unable to talk about it, but also at the same time, I did have a lot of the girls confide in me because I wasn't involved in the business side of things, and they would just tell me how unhappy they are with the contract that they're in.
So you essentially have a full house of young women who can't legally discuss their own income arrangements, and honestly, that doesn't really sound like a content house. That sounds like a different kind of house. And the word that keeps coming up in the discussion,
I wouldn't say cult, maybe like brothel.
about this is how this is all predatory. And honestly, when you're using legal documents to
But also a cult.
silence people about the money they're earning, that label could fit. And McKinley also revealed that Jack basically gave her an ultimatum at one point: either join OnlyFans and sign his contracts, or pack her bags and bail out. And despite her moral conflicts, she decided to sign that dotted line.
I'll never forget this night.
For the money. The money's just too good, man.
Michelle walked into the bathroom I was in. I was by myself. She basically told me, "Listen, don't freak out. Jack really wants you to start OnlyFans." And he said that
Bro, I just don't fucking get it, because I do not like money. I do not care about money. All the money that I get, it goes immediately. I don't buy anything for myself. I actually give it to the people that I live with. All of it. And I'm just like, if I need anything, I'll let you know. And go ahead and get it for me. Here's all my money.
no reason for you guys to be together if you're not helping. When he realized he didn't have the control over me, he realized that he did need to create an ultimatum for me. And that was hard for me. And he knew that. He knew what I felt and how I felt about him and the whole situation. And I cried and I was like, I just need to talk to him. I was thinking, you know, if I go and talk to him and just say, you know, this is how I feel about this, like he'll respect it again. And like if he sends me home and doesn't want to be with me because of this, I guess it is what it is. But I didn't want to lose that. And that was what I was like prioritizing. It wasn't what I could make on OnlyFans. No idea. I just knew that I really liked this guy and that he was such a safety blanket for me. I felt like.
Now, this next part is where things go from sketchy to concerning, because McKinley tells us about Jack's addiction to prescription stimulants.
Oh, you don't say. What the fuck?
Safe. We all know in the back of my mind, so I'm a W and you'd sacrifice everyone else for me. But it's like, it's okay. Only I have to know that. How many points you do? How many? Mom, look at the lies, dog. I don't.
This, what? What? Oh, man, I didn't know about this, but I think I've mentioned it that I think he's on drugs. This right here, this clip, is very dystopian. It reminds me of characters from Dread.
Take pills, bro. Mom, I don't do anything. I leave my goggles on, bro. Mom, you know I love you. Mom, that's not funny. You have to.
He looks like he's got Down syndrome.
Go now. You're the best, but dog, you're cool. Okay, I'm going. Bye. I love you, Mom.
And it gets worse, because according to McKinley, Jack was constantly taking these prescription stimulants to maintain his insane content schedule. And when she asked him how he kept up with everything, he told her that he was using these pills and suggested that she should use them too. Apparently he also said that she would be way more successful if she used them. And since she felt pressured to be whatever Jack wanted her to be, she started taking them regularly.
I also want to say the second I signed to him,
What were they? Were they amphetamines? Probably.
disrespect started showing. He was not as respectful as he was in the beginning. Never went on dates. We never did anything like how we did in the past. He was strictly just content. So I was like, how do you keep up with
Welcome to the game.
all of this stuff?
It's how we play
exhausted.
it.
How do you continue to do this? And he was like, it's like, you should try. He's like, you will be successful. I'm not proud of it at all, but I had a horrible addiction dating him. Also, it's like when Jack's face is somewhere.
Is she saying Adderall? That's what it's what it seems like.
I was always there. I had to keep up with him without that substance. And when I did that, I felt more motivated. I'm not on it anymore, thankfully, but that ruined my life. I couldn't function without it.
And honestly, people really don't talk enough about how dangerous stimulants can be for your heart and brain, especially taking them when you don't medically require them.
That's because people don't think there's a problem or there's going to be a problem unless they do it for a long time. And then they're like, well, if I stop them eventually, then nothing bad will happen. And then something bad happens. That's how it goes. Every fucking time.
It's a slippery slope. I've had friends my age go into heart failure because of medically prescribed stimulants. I've also had friends who've completely destroyed their relationships with people because they become so robotic and neglect their loved ones. But stimulant use is unfortunately incredibly normal now, and you see it with a bunch of creators, streamers, and any other high-paying jobs that require long hours of focus. But I guess it's kind of like with anything with life.
I have ganja and nicotine. That's my stimulants, and that's what I stick to. Oh, well, I guess coffee also. I guess that counts. Coffee, nicotine, ganja. It's the trifecta of my success. Maybe that's why I'm in the dirt. I don't give a fuck.
Some people will use whatever they can do to give themselves an advantage. But also in life, there's no real such thing as a free lunch, because they definitely come with awful side effects if you're not careful. But continuing in the story, every morning before she could even eat breakfast, she would take these prescription medications because they needed to immediately go downstairs and start filming content. According to her, there was no time for food, and Jack allegedly hated it when people would stop to eat anyway.
When he did it, I would do it every morning before I could even eat breakfast. I did it because we needed to go downstairs and film as soon as we woke up. We had no time to eat. He hated when people ate. He would get mad at people when we were eating and saying we were wasting time. We needed to focus on content.
That sounds like a fucking meth head, dude. It's straight up
taking too long to eat. So I went through a very long period with just not eating and just waking up and taking.
So now we're looking at a situation where Jack isn't just allegedly abusing stimulants himself, he's allegedly getting young women around him dependent on it so they can maintain the content production schedule and keep up with their output. And honestly, if this is true,
fucked up,
that's
man.
pretty dark.
Yep.
McKinley
And I think it probably is true. I was already suspecting it.
says that she's clean now, but admits the addiction destroyed her life while she was living there. And honestly, that explains so much about the manic energy that we see coming out of that house. I remember so many comments of my videos on him saying that Jack looked completely out of it. And yeah, it turns out they might have been right. So at some point during their relationship, McKinley broke her ankle badly enough that she needed surgery. But we already knew that part. Like, it happened when Jack was drifting and doing stunts in a golf cart with McKinley in the passenger seat. And
I'm pretty sure that I covered that situation. It was fucking retarded.
eventually, the cart flipped over.
Yep, I remember this. And he basically did not give a shit.
But what we didn't know, until now at least, that none of that was an accident. Allegedly, Jack flipped the cart on purpose, right on top of his girlfriend,
Yeah,
just
you don't
to
say.
farm clips and content online.
But some of the worst things happened to me.
That's literally, I'm pretty sure I said it in my reaction of it, where I said, I'm pretty sure he just did that on purpose. The fuck is going on with the notifications?
Not everything was caught on camera. A big chunk of things were filmed when I didn't even want them to be filmed. A lot of emotional things happened to me, traumatic events. One of them being he flipped an entire golf cart on top of me on purpose, and it was for a clip. I know that because he was trying his best to flip it, and you can see in the footage the only thing that he was looking for was the camera to see if they got it.
And it doesn't stop there, because when McKinley insisted that he would take her to the hospital, Jack had other plans because he wanted to go on a yacht with Antonio Brown. So getting her medical attention, that wasn't exactly the top of his priority list. They eventually got into an Uber. And
that costs money. That doesn't make him money.
I guess he took her to the emergency room. And when Jack showed up later on, he brought his camera with him. You know, because there's nothing like farming your girlfriend's medical emergency for content.
I was in so much pain. He thought it was not that big of a deal. He was just worried about getting the good clip and seeing it on TikTok, not making sure I was okay. I knew I needed to go to the hospital, but he had prior obligations to go on a yacht with Antonio Brown, so it wasn't a priority. So I end up Ubering back to the house, not to the hospital. I was like, well, maybe if I go to the house, I'll feel better. I'll get a heat pad. When I'm on the way in the Uber, and I'm sitting upright, I'm realizing like this is bad. And I walk into the house, everyone is there. They looked at me and were like, we need to go to the hospital. Like, we'll go with you. When I went, Jack had met me there and he had a camera and he was filming me. I was so embarrassed because I'm like, I'm in the hospital. You're filming all of these things. He was like, you're the baddest one in the hospital. And I was like, I'm just not in the mood for this.
Yeah, I mean, it's very clear. He doesn't take that she's actually injured seriously at all. But somehow, it gets so much worse because during one of these
Maybe if he wasn't
takeover events in Compton,
maybe if he wasn't on amphetamines, maybe he would take it a little more serious.
McKinley was apparently too frightened to leave the van and join Jack and the crew on stream. So she stayed inside in the van while Jack went to do whatever things he wanted to do for the content. And while she was alone in the car, someone approached with a weapon and robbed her.
I told them, I was like,
Wow.
I think I'm going to stay in the car. I don't feel safe going out there. The last time I was out there, we had heard gunshots. I'm like, I can't do this. They're like, okay, well, we'll
Yeah, I mean, it is LA. It's Hollywood, baby.
give you the keys. I'm going to lock the door. They get out. I tried to tell them just to not go because I really genuinely felt like something bad was going to happen. And that's where I'm like...
And you're gonna have them protect you. Like, I think you were just in an all-around shit situation there. Even if they were there, you'd probably be used as a human shield.
Always trust your gut. They leave. I had the keys in my hand and the light was on in the Sprinter van. This is like a big like party bus looking thing. Like we were not hiding anywhere. Like we were in a party bus. And I was sitting in my seat and I remember looking up and
But yeah, Jack, he's got security with him all the time. Not with the girls that he is with.
making eye contact with two guys in shiesties. And I was like, oh, I hope they can't see me. The lights are on in here. I need to figure out how to turn the lights off. So I get up. Yeah, I get up. I turn the lights off. And then I go in the very, very back so that I'm not like near the windshield and they can't see through. And I just laid down. I'm hearing helicopters. I'm hearing gunshots. I'm hearing fireworks. I'm hearing every type of thing, freaking out, so much anxiety. And then I hear the car door open. I pop my head up and I'm like, okay, everyone's back. Like, finally time to go. When I looked up from the seat, I make eye contact with a guy I'd never seen before in a surgical mask. Like, it wasn't the two guys in
Of
shiesties
course.
that I had seen. It was a guy.
By the way, that's why the left wants people to be wearing masks, so nobody can see their face, and it'd be normal for people to not see each other's face, so crimes can be committed, people can be shit, and nobody knows who they are.
With a bag, a gun, and a blue surgical mask with gloves. And I looked at him. He said, "Who's in this party bus?" I didn't think he knew I was in there. So when I popped up and like made eye contact with him, I thought maybe it would spook him and that he would like get out. And then I saw
No.
him hop over the seat.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck, dude. Oh man, she is so lucky that they didn't just take her.
Jack's response when they got back into the van was he didn't want to stop filming or streaming. And because of that, we have this exact clip.
What they do? What the f, bro? Wait, what'd he do? Wait, did he take your stuff? He took your purse? McKinley, where's the key? Where's the key?
So it's just crazy that, you know,
And he's just sitting there screaming and yelling, making the whole situation worse. Like, what the fuck, man?
everything in Jack's life is just content. Like, he doesn't take anything serious here. And the interview also pointed out that Jack's consistent use of just kidding is essentially just him gaslighting and manipulating people. I think one of the first times it was pointed out was by Pack God, because Pack God confronts Jack about constantly saying ridiculous things, then immediately following it up by, nah, I'm just kidding.
I want to show you something. Hold on. Like a maniac shooting flaming arrows of death is one who deceives their neighbor and says, I was only joking. Proverbs 26, 18 and 19. There you go.
What? Because why not? No, I'm kidding.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you is that like a trick?
I'm kidding. Stop.
No, okay, Jack, come on, man. Come on. Just how about you just say it, but then stand by it?
Jack essentially just uses this as a get out of free jail card, so it lets him say whatever toxic thing he wants to on his mind, and then if someone gets upset about it, he can just flip it around and be like, ah, no, you're the problem for not taking this joke. And I don't think anyone close to Jack had ever spoken publicly about it before, like McKinley or Camilla here, I guess.
Anything he said to you was followed by just kidding. So just in case you retaliated, it was holy, you're insane.
Yeah.
Like, you're a crazy ass. And I was just kidding.
That's what was always.
I literally
face.
think we need to right now add in a compilation of every time he has said just kidding. He says the most vile and we'll
True.
go.
Yep.
I'm
Just
kidding.
kidding. Just kidding.
No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'll bend over. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Dude, he is actually like a 10-year-old boy who grew up, who got bigger. That's it.
I'm kidding, bro. You're so hot. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Shut up. I'm kidding, bro. I just don't want her talking. No, I'm kidding. Shawty, your friend. She. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And the reason it comes across as manipulative is because he just doesn't take accountability for the things he does.
You
and
don't
says. He just uses
say.
it as a blanket.
That's a theme on this channel. That's a running theme. People who don't take accountability. People who are just complete pieces of garbage. And we humiliate them here. Don't forget to subscribe.
Term to deflect. Then things get very sad because at some point during their relationship, McKinley got pregnant. She took a test, it came back positive, took another one to confirm, and then had that overwhelming realization that her life could change forever now. But when she told Jack, he apparently was not surprised at all. McKinley says that he also wasn't excited about starting a family or beginning a new chapter in their lives as parents. Apparently, his first reaction was to get excited about how much money they were going to make.
I go
Wow.
downstairs and Jack is outside, and I was like, Jack,
That's par for the course.
I need to talk to you.
Money,
And
money, money,
I
money,
told
money.
him, and he didn't seem surprised whatsoever. He was like, W. He literally was excited over the fact that we were going to make the most money we have ever made in our lives. It wasn't because he was excited to have a baby with me and have a family and start a new era. It was, oh my gosh, we're going to start a family YouTube channel and you're going to make so much money when you're pregnant and you have a pregnant belly. I remember looking at him and I was like, Jack,
Good thing that didn't happen.
you do not realize if this is happening, I'm done. I'm not doing that. And I don't want to be on social media and we need to change our lives.
So that was a thing that allegedly happened, I guess. So being with Jack seems like it was nothing short of hell. Like a short man syndrome stimulant addict, constantly on edge, raised by questionable parents, all while making millions of dollars exploiting young women. And I say questionable parents with absolute certainty because near the end of the second part of the interview, McKinley shows a bunch of excerpts from the conversations with Jack's mom. And the things that she was saying to McKinley are pretty wild for some mother to say.
It's probably a celebrity mom. What's in these? I'm against abortions. How could you blank the baby in your body? You sick. I was your age and I'm poor, not having money like you, and bring my daughter to the world. You making me disgusting. What? Trust me, I would bring to the world who you are, and you're gonna go down. Okay. What the fuck? Like, I also agree that abortion is murder, but like, holy shit. You always want to be blank with me. You always want to be always your blank blank. You always want to be blank with me. Okay. You are a piece of blank to blank the baby. Anna, why are you saying these things to me? Like, why would anybody care? Because you blank the life in your body. I don't respect people like that. I was your age, 24, poor with no money, and then bring my daughter to our life. Yeah, I think she's just crashing out because she wants, this chick to have a baby with Jack. But this chick does not want to have a baby with Jack. I don't know how I feel about this one. I do know that she probably should not have gotten an abortion. But like, holy shit, being with Jack would have been a nightmare. Jack treat you like a gold. What is this? Is she American? Talking like this? I see all the TikTok. You always drunk when you are fight with him. What the fuck? Trust me, I will go after you. No one would disrespect me on my son. Oh, okay. Well, that flip turned on her. Because I think that this McKinley chick is a bad person. But this person here, garbage. Complete garbage.
Really don't want that as your in-law, that's for sure. So that covers the interview. In these 5 hours of content, there are a few more points the girls discuss about the last 2 years, like the time Jack withdrew over 300 grand from their joint account he shared with McKinley on the very day that she was going to buy a car.
Don't do a joint account. Don't do it. Just don't do it. It ain't worth it. It's a trap.
And instead, he spent that money on a house that she never even wanted. And this is without even consulting her.
That same day I bought my car, Jack and I had a joint
Well,
bank
yeah, because she's meaningless.
account. We shared a bank account. He would take the money from only put it into this joint bank account and take his cut of money. But when I went into my account, I realized that all my money was gone before I even could wire the money for my car.
The day you were buying your
The day I was buying my car, I went into that bank account, which was where I was gonna use that money to buy my car. I looked at it and it was all gone. And I was like, what? Like I was so confused. Thank goodness I had money in my other accounts because I was making YouTube money. So I was able to wire the money for the car. He took that money from me and put it into the house.
How much?
I want to say $300,000.
And then on top
It's a
of
lot
that,
of fucking
apparently
money.
Jack was always calm in front of the camera, and then as soon as the cameras were off, he became verbally aggressive and even escalated to physical aggression once.
He's like, you're stupid. And he's spitting on me. He literally, I could feel the spit come off of his mouth because of
Wow.
how close he was to my face, screaming in my ear. And he pushes me as hard as he can into the wall. And I caught myself in my arm, which I have
That's some actual Mizkif behavior right there.
a picture of the bruise from the day after. He pushes me and I caught myself, and he told me, he was like, oh, you flopped. He's like, stop flopping. I was like, I did not flop. I said, don't you ever put your hands on me, ever. And he was like, I didn't.
What a fucking garbage human being, man. Like, I cannot stand people who do that.
Put my hands on you, you flopped. He was like, I don't give a f, you flopped. So I walked outside to the
How do you get to the point where you're that aggressive, even if she was to, in quotes, flop, to where she feels like that she has to, or that's a thing that she's gonna do? Like, what the fuck? How do you get to that point? I would never get to the point where any woman thinks I'm being aggressive with her. That's fucking insane.
outside balcony. I just remember I was on my phone. I think I had texted Michelle on Snapchat, and I was like, bro, like, I need to get the out of here.
But now, as of the timing couldn't be worse, literally right as this interview started blowing up online, Jack decided to not address it at all, but actually just go to TwitchCon without a pass, sneak in, and start causing some chaos.
Just can't understand the aura. Look at this aura. This is crazy. I've never experienced it. I'm gonna FaceTime mother and father.
And I guess his opening move was to walk up to some random streamers such as Peach Jars and start throwing around homophobic and transphobic slurs like he's trying to hit some sort of like offensive content bingo card. Then, when people called him out for essentially being a scumbag, he tried to argue that he could be offensive like that because his brother's gay.
What the fuck? Okay. I can say the N-word out loud, hard, everybody, because my half-brother is black. Like, it doesn't work like that, dude. And I will agree that I think it's funny to say all that shit, but he's not doing it exactly for the jokes. He's doing it to make other people feel bad, and he thinks it's funny when he makes people feel bad. And that's not what I do.
I'm kidding, but like, my brother's gay. Like, two guys at once. How can I be homophobic? You don't know anything. You're just a woman.
You can still be
Whoa, okay, all right.
homophobic.
Just a woman.
And what are you? Homosexual?
Reasonable human being.
No, I'm kidding.
How am I homophobic? I love my brother.
You're not just hear all the slurs you
So what was? Doesn't mean I'm homophobic just because I say I'm homophobic.
He sounds like he's on something. I don't know if he's like Adderall or if he's been drinking or what.
I'm homophobic.
What was reasonable?
And nothing's gonna happen to me. That's the problem. No, I'm kidding.
What?
My guy, that's not how it works. What? Peach Jars just kept trying to walk away because she clearly didn't want to engage, but Jack followed her around with his camera, trying desperately to get some sort of reaction from her. This will end up backfiring for him because he's the one who ends up giving the reaction in the end.
just walking away.
She walked up and flicked you off.
Yeah, you walked up and flipped me off, bro. You have nothing to say to me. I'm not homophobic. Wait, time out. What if I wasn't homophobic? What else do you have to say to me?
Transphobic, homophobic.
That for sure. None of my family members are trans, so.
That's why the girls.
Why would you even, I mean, not saying to her, to him. Why would you even engage in this kind of behavior? She's just winning here. She's getting the win. You think you're getting the win. She's getting the win. Now I know who she is, and I respect her for this.
You wish, boy, my dad's 69 and had full head of hair. You wish. Now, I need a good comeback. I need something from you. You're full of hate. I need you to have one good, hateful comment on me. Something that makes sense. Something that's true. Because I'm not.
I think he's better looking than you.
No, because you have nothing to say. You definitely. She's saying mean things to me.
Oh, I was telling you something.
Oh, where's he saying mean things?
He's like a skinny, bro.
But it's like, that's not a big deal. My brother's gay. I can say.
This is a dumb clip you're farming.
I can say it. If a word offends you, you can cry about it.
During that situation, when things started to escalate, news traveled quickly that Jack was
I think it's funny to say those words, but whenever you're around a bunch of people who would probably kick your ass if there weren't cameras around everywhere, which I think somebody probably should have anyway, because that would have been absolute gold. But like, why would you do that? Just, and his energy, his aggressiveness around this whole situation is just fucking garbage, man. Like, if you're one-on-one in a room and you're making jokes lightly about that with another person who thinks it's funny, that's great. If the other person's actually getting mad about it, for one, if they get mad at jokes like that, probably just don't joke with them because they can't handle it. But another, like, that's just garbage, man. That's just garbage. You're being vulgar just for vulgar's sake.
At TwitchCon, and multiple streamers started actively hunting him down. And this wasn't just because Jack has a reputation for being obnoxious, but it was also to confront him about the multiple crypto pump and dump schemes that he's been running over the last year. Because just in case you didn't follow the complete timeline, after his McLaren incident and then getting banned from Kick, I guess he started looking to try to find some sort of alternative revenue sources. So then he started launching tokens on sites like Pump Fund, where he would create coins or boost existing ones and tell his audience to buy in and then sell into his audience, essentially running away with a bag. So his audience lost money, but at least he made some money. So when streamers finally found out he was at TwitchCon, they immediately started pressing him for why he rugged all those meme coins. Jack tried to deny it, but he himself live streamed the evidence, so that's a little bit hard to deny then, and obviously it's also on the blockchain.
How are you?
How come you rugged all those meme coins, bro?
I know.
On Pump Fund.
I didn't.
What do you mean?
You did.
You're still streaming?
And he's getting that same heat that he was trying to give out.
Yeah, I'm live right now.
On Pump Fund?
Streaming on Pump. Nah, not on Pump Fund, nah.
Well, you think that was? I mean, you took all the money from those like 4
I
coins.
didn't take money from. Look at the charts, boy.
You didn't rug them?
Nope.
It was a straight red candle, bro.
No,
On every single one of them.
no,
Yeah,
it wasn't.
Dude,
I know.
nah, no one bought it. You rugged for 6K though.
Oh, you rugged a coin for $6,000 when a
You couldn't even move it past 100K. Dude, what happened?
The coin didn't even go past 100K.
Zero motion. Jack, we know the next
Dude,
coin
he is
dropping.
hurting.
Jack, ECA, please, bro, please.
But after getting confronted about the crypto schemes, Jack was visibly upset.
Yeah.
The dude started getting extremely mad, and streamers started following him
Bro, why? Why are you gonna get mad on the internet? Oh man, every time with these people.
around the corner and kept calling him out for everything. And that's when Jack completely lost his composure.
What you say?
100K topper.
When you say when my next coin dropping?
Yeah.
Next time I need 6 bandos.
So now?
So never? Not tomorrow.
Okay.
Damn you,
What?
bro. Huh?
Dude, he cannot trade off. It's so cringe.
100K topper.
Wait, what coin you guys looking
He's like, no, actually, I am gonna make more money than ever tomorrow. Like, dude, how fucking embarrassing. Nobody cares.
You can pump a coin.
Alright, you're so stupid. You can't even let me speak, you idiot.
Go ahead.
what? Can you speak?
That's child behavior, man. That's like what a fucking 9-year-old does whenever a 9-year-old's trying to have a conversation with a 12-year-old. You won't even let me speak!
You got me only 6
You're stupid!
Is that Marlon?
Oh, the cash out's great.
They have nothing left. They have a rugless.
Dude, he is crying.
Dude, are you crying? Fucking
Look at that loser, bro.
Which is kind of funny because just, minutes ago, he was following around Peach Stars trying to get some sort of reaction from her. But instead, when the tables turn, it was him providing the reaction that he was looking for. And in case you thought things couldn't get more petty, Jack somehow finds a way, because after the whole crypto confrontation, he was so upset that he actually started stealing equipment from other creators.
What?
So, Canel Joseph, a YouTuber and streamer who was near TwitchCon, got stopped by one of Jack's girlfriends for an interview. They asked him, hey, what do you think about Jack Doherty? And Canel said this.
What are your thoughts on Jack Doherty?
What's up?
Why?
Because it's Jack Doherty, bro. He's a bro. If he doesn't have no security, bro, he's. Where's he at? Is he behind me? Where's he at?
Would you pull up on him?
I would pull up on him, but like no security, like I'll pull up on him.
Well, that was apparently enough to make Jack confront him directly with his bodyguard, of course, because this guy will not go confront anyone without his paid bodyguard. Because, I
Okay.
mean, who else would he hide
Hey,
behind?
dude, how did I miss all of this? I guess I'm seeing it now. Thanks, Atozy. Now I can't stop calling him A to Z because apparently that's his actual name, or the name of his channel, what it was supposed to be.
Alpine. But Jack got into Cannell's face, trying to provoke him, but Cannell made it very clear that he wasn't going to fight because that's obvious what Jack wanted. Because at the end of the day, Jack wanted to bait something so his bodyguard could hop in.
Your main income maker right there.
Jack,
Boom.
I got the Twitch. Twitch is not my main income.
Well, then touch me. Do something.
Why are you stuttering? You nervous?
Nah,
Can I touch your heart?
Yeah, you should.
I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous. Dude, that is not what you should have said there.
Yo, he's nervous. No, he's nervous. No, feel it. Look. Oh, what?
They're touching each other's chests. Dude, what is this? What is happening here? Okay.
I'm late for lunch.
And then, because Jack couldn't handle being called out, one of his people allegedly stole Cannell's microphone. I mean, it's getting real pathetic out here. So Cannell kept asking for his mic back, and Jack's crew kept playing dumb. Like, where'd it go? Oh, super funny, dude. And eventually, Jack himself got involved, acting like he was trying to help locate
This is like a gang of retards versus a gang of bigger retards.
it, while it was very obvious that he was just stalling.
Okay, can I get my mic back?
No, I know.
Or like,
I'm looking for it. I actually don't know where it's at, bro. One of the girls has it. She ran away, bro. You should have been meaner.
so the other girl took it.
Someone did, bro. You should have been nicer to her, bro.
Bro, you corny, bro. You know how corny you are, bro. I really do feel bad for you.
I'm corny. You won't stop coming up.
Bro, you're not giving your mic back. Whoa, come on, bro.
Don't ask me.
That's what I'm
You're not the mic. Who has to? Bro, who has to?
Wait, are you serious? All those girls are freshly 18?
They're freshly 18, bro.
Oh my god, I wish my sister never grows up to be like that, bro. What the?
You wonder why a lot of people don't like you? You do weird shit like that. Like, look, if you punch me, if you did a lot of
What's he gonna do? What are you gonna do, bro? You're gonna slap him and then your bodyguard's gonna get in between you. That's what's gonna fucking happen.
Look, if you did all the look, Jack, look. No, I'm just giving you a lesson. No, I'm just giving you a lesson. It's weird. Like, bro, it's like some little man child. You taking a mic. He's stealing a mic. Like, that's not a good clip. Like, if you did anything else, that'd have been a good clip. But like, both these are your
Fucking embarrassing,
Bro,
dude.
these are your little slaves, bro. Come on, bro.
Hey.
Come on, you come on, bro.
Talk to my man.
Bro,
Talk to him however.
bro, you control them.
my clients.
No, look, they're not talking. Look, hey, listen, you can tell them what to do.
Girls, you want to fight with
No,
girls?
I'm not talking to them. I'm not talking to girls. No, I'm just saying, look. No, I'm
Dude, that guy looks like he wants to fucking eat him.
not fighting. I'm just saying, you tell them what to do.
No, I'm gonna do something.
Who's this guy? This guy looks way harder than this guy. Holy shit. I mean, this guy's definitely a lot bigger. But is this Jack Doherty's guy? Because this guy, his fucking face, dude.
Stop giving my mic back. Like, you say,
Girls.
bro,
He looks like he has killed people.
bro, you control them. 99 split, like 1%. You get, come on, bro. It's just weird. Look, you can do anything else, but like, come on. You even know that's like some petty. Taking a mic, that's not even,
I'm dead.
like,
All I'm trying
it low-key makes you look lame, bro.
Don't talk to my client like that. Seriously, stop.
I mean, even for Jack's
Yeah.
standards, this is pathetic. I mean, this is just some middle school type behavior. But
Yep.
I mean, hey, that is basically just his brand at this point, and that's what he's built his whole character and reputation on. But at least now, there's a 5-hour recorded interview and an entire TwitchCon disaster to document exactly who Jack really is. And I feel like you can only run this kind of operation for so long before people start talking, because once one person breaks their silence, usually others tend to follow. So I mean, he's essentially solidified himself as the biggest skid mark on the internet. And that's
Yeah, and it's gonna get worse. You know it's gonna get worse because it's gotten worse. Everything gets worse. If you're doing bad shit and you don't stop doing the bad shit and you keep doing bad shit, the bad shit gets worse.
speaks volumes, as we cover quite a few others that would easily be runners up for that spot.
Let's call him a skid mark.
Yeah. Dude, he is a skid mark. He's a solidifiable skid mark. But
Identify himself as a skid mark. That's classic. That's good.
But other than that, hey, feel free to subscribe if you're new here.
Dude, fuck yeah. I'm waiting for the downfall of Jack Doherty, and I think it pretty much is happening. We're watching it happen, and the fact that he's on party.com, oh man.